Hi everyone, my name is Simone Hamilton and I am delighted to introduce you to the very inspiring Kate Seselja, who is the founder of the Hope Project. Now Kate's mission is to help skill and equip people to not just exist or survive but to thrive in life. And so when I heard about Kate, the fabulous work that she's doing, I just wanted to do whatever I can to help share her message of hope and growth. So hi Kate, how are you going?
Hello, thanks Simone, thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Look, for those who perhaps aren't familiar with your story, would you like to share a little bit about what's brought you to where you are today?
It's been a journey, and I'm not alone in it. You know, so many people have had different struggles. Mine was with poker machine addiction, and it started at age 18 and went right through till I was 32, and I thought that there was no hope. I had tried several times to try and get help, and it hadn't worked, and I thought about taking my life at that point. It was, a real low point in my life in trying to deal with it all on my own, and then realizing that there was so much I didn't know about myself.
Isn't that interesting?
Such a real pivotal moment for me of being able to sort of start to see things in a different light. And I realized that for nearly 15 years, all I had been seeing in my life was through the lens of the struggle that I was trying to carry, trying to understand, and not through a normal perspective of, this is one aspect of your life. It's not you.
I like that.
And had I, had that awareness to kind of put it into perspective and see all of the other things that I was positively contributing, then I don't think that whole pile-on effect of shame and fear and self-loathing would have had that same hold. So it's in sharing different aspects of my journey, helping others to kind of be able to see another way of thinking about it, be able to have clues into their own insights, and develop some curiosity about what might be driving their behaviour, what might be driving their thoughts, what lens are they looking at their own life through.
Oh, that's, and I really like what you're saying about the shame and growth. And look, and this is why I love this latest project that you're doing, and I think it's really powerful. You're sharing a fabulous documentary with Australian audiences, and it's called Resilience, the Biology of Stress and the Science of Hope. And as you know, in my work as a trauma therapist, I'm really delighted to see how much that this documentary and the scientific research behind it is encouraging dialogue about the association between adverse childhood experiences and health and social problems across the lifespan. So it's wonderful. So thank you. But what inspired you to share this documentary with Australian audiences?
I first found out about the documentary through a connection I had on LinkedIn who's based in the US. And it was through him that, as I said, it came across my awareness, and I thought, I have to know more. And so we were communicating, and then I realised I need to do this. It's part of, it's another tool of helping create the necessary dialogue that just isn't happening here in this country. And what I noticed is when people reach out to me, all they're doing is focusing on this end outcome of pain that they're experiencing in their life, saying, I'm depressed, or I have an addiction, or I'm abusive, or there's something going on that they haven't realised is only the end symptom of what is really fueling their life. And I believe we've got such a poor relationship in this country, but really globally, with adversity.
Yes.
It's not seen in the proper context of highlighting perhaps an impact to your well-being, or that it's an opportunity for growth or learning, that there is a new level to your own human makeup that you need to take on in order to help others or help yourself move forward more effectively in your life. And by having a negative relationship with adversity, we're stunted. We're stopped in our tracks as human beings, and then given a label or a diagnosis, and then sealed up in shame and kind of parked for 10 years, 20 years.
Yep, that's right.
A lifetime. And if that person isn't seen correctly, if they're not helped to understand their life and the impacts that they've endured, then they can't properly move forward. They can't process and let go of things that have happened. And that's, I think, the climate that this documentary creates is this space for this conversation to happen. This new awareness of the scientific facts versus, the stories and the experiences that people have encountered. And for me, it just was this piece of the puzzle that needed, to be brought here.
Oh, no, and I love it. And as you're saying, it is encouraging dialogue. And so I understand that after every screening, there will be a panel discussion, and it will be about the power of growth, not shame.
Yes.
And I really like that. So, and I believe each event you've got some inspiring people that will be on the panel. Maybe can you share who will be at the one coming up in Brisbane?
Yes, in Brisbane this coming week on Wednesday evening at the State Library, we will have a new panel, and Dr. Kirstin Ferguson, she has sparked a movement called Celebrating Women that really sought to address how women aren't kind of naturally putting themselves forward or positively reinforcing each other. She wanted to address the culture of that aspect of women's lives, and so she started a Twitter campaign and promoting I think 2 women each day for a year, and I was one of the women.
Is that right?
So that's how that relationship started. And James Greenshields, he is a returned soldier, and he and his beautiful wife have started a foundation up on the Gold Coast called the Resilient Leaders Foundation, and it is about addressing trauma and reconnection. And so they take young people out bush and help reconnect them. And
love the sound of that.
Yeah, they're an amazing couple, and it's again just using their own unique experiences in life, their lived experience of where the gaps are, and trying to empower others. And I think that they're both incredible examples of human beings that when you have this burning desire inside of you to create positive change, there's nothing we cannot do. And it's about using those experiences of adversity for growth for all, not
Yes.
just for yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I think they really, helped embody the Growth Not Shame campaign that is fueling this national tour of the film Resilience. And yeah, we've been very blessed to have incredible panels at all the other screenings. We've had Are You OK? CEO Brendan Ma, ACT Young Australian of the Year, Zach Wise, another return soldier, Todd Berry, PTSD work, Talitha Cummins, incredible journalist who spoke out about the alcohol culture, Maz Compton, again challenging the alcohol culture here in Australia.
Yes.
Bree Winchester, who was open about her anxiety journey. She's a journalist for the Canberra Times. Yeah,
It's amazing.
Amazing.
This is so good.
It's been just such a privilege to be able to bring these incredible people to this experience. That they're not only mind blown by the film, but they're
Equally passionate about wanting to
about engaging with the
Absolutely.
audiences
Absolutely.
that come along, and just seeing people leave the theatre just so inspired. And it is powerful and it is confronting talking about adverse childhood experiences, and it's not about creating victims.
No,
It's,
I like that.
It's about if you don't realise what is driving your behaviour or what impacts have left a mark, then you're not giving your conscious awareness to what dynamic exists in your world right now.
That's right.
So it's not about taking you back there and creating trauma. It's about how to use that information to, one, inform your health outcomes, and to really bring your conscious awareness to how you want to move through your day. It's about intentional living, and that's what the focus of the Hope Project, Living an Awake Life, focusing on growth, not shame. That's where it's really rooted.
And I'm interested to hear a bit more about the UN connection with the well-being. That's really exciting too.
It is.
Share us a bit more about that. Yeah.
Well, again, it was just another piece of this whole conversation that was just really missing. And when you only focus on the addiction or the end symptom, people often don't see it in the context of there being a gap in their well-being.
Yes.
And so that they're thinking there's this deficit, and I know because I felt like I was defective. I thought, why am I so broken? Why are other people able to be this, and this, and I'm not?
Yeah.
And when you switch it around and you look at, you don't frame it in, I'm struggling with this addiction. You're like, I have a well-being deficit. Where is it?
Love that.
How do I restore it?
That's right.
And then it's really clear you're moving away from this behaviour to, okay, now I understand my self-esteem. Now I understand that I'm supposed to grow through adverse experiences to build self-awareness. Now I understand the importance of practicing daily self-care.
Yes.
And you restore your well-being.
Yes.
You restore your belief system. You restore the gaps in our human understanding and experience that we're not meant to ignore. We're not meant to medicate through. We're not meant to put so low on the to-do list that they never get addressed. Yeah. And that's, so again, it's an empowered decision to go, you know what, alcohol is a toxic product that isn't serving me, or I've identified that my brain interacts poorly with gambling products. It's a toxic product for me.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that. You know, it's an empowered choice. Like a human being that identifies that gluten is a toxic product for their body as a celiac.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. It is.
We can't kind of go, well, you don't have a problem with it. Why do I? It's that we're all different.
We are.
We don't need to spend one moment comparing our lives to somebody else's, because it's never, ever, ever going to make sense.
No.
So it's looking at your own unique environment, situation, upbringing, belief system, body, mind, and making those empowered choices about, you know, nurturing your well-being at the centre of it. So SDG 3, Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being, is focused around, you know, health and well-being of the planet. And I thought, well, if we don't have a proper understanding of what that is, if we don't even have it in the focus of the context of how we're meant to live as sustainable human beings, then how are we meant to see shifts in the other goals that we're trying to achieve by 2030? You know, how are the oceans going to get cleaned? How are, you know, where are our focuses in creating this positive change if people are being taken out by overwhelm?
Yeah, that's right.
Taken out by...
It really is important. It's the base.
It's
basic,
the
core.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, as I said, for me it was just another piece of the puzzle. And it also acts as an important connector for people globally. Yeah. It's one thing that no matter where you live on the planet, you can participate in. It's not something that lies only with government. It's not something that lies with a particular religious group. It's a communal set of 17 goals that need to be achieved by 2030. Yeah. So that we can keep existing on this planet without it imploding.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
And to me, you know, when I make school children aware of it, and give them a little card with the goals on it, and say, you know, what are you passionate about? Which goal do you want to participate in? Because you can go online right now and find children all over the world who are working towards one particular goal. And that gives them this sense of purpose outside of themselves and connects them. It connects us.
And it comes from
as a human family.
That's right. Yep, that's it.
All the other walls of division break down.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
And, you know, that's the other part of Growth Not Shame campaign. It's about breaking down the walls of shame.
Yeah.
In just sharing my own personal journey, it gives permission to everybody in the audience, without having to even bring their conscious awareness to it, their walls come down.
They do. Yeah.
They start to hear things differently. They start to make that connection between what they might have experienced, how it might be driving their behaviour, and how they haven't even been giving that conscious awareness to how they want to move forward.
Yes. And this is why I'm just really encourage everyone, if you know there's a screening coming to your city, you know, please come along and hear more of what Kate has to share, and also the panel, the discussion. So you've got the one coming up in Brisbane. So what's the date of that, and where will that be?
That's the 30th of May.
Yes.
At 6 p.m. at the State Library.
Yes.
In Brisbane, and then I've got planning in the works for Melbourne, Tasmania, Western Australia.
Wonderful.
So you know, every day people are sort of emailing
contacting
saying,
you.
Can you please come here?
Yeah.
Can you come to the South Coast? Can you come? I'm happy to go anywhere, because this is vital information for everyone. But I can't do it on my own, and I need help and support. I need your passion to drive change as much.
How can people register to or buy a ticket to come along?
They can go to Eventbrite.
Yes.
And then there's also a form on thehopeprojectnow.com to register for a screening at your organisation or your community group or whatever you want to do. So some people from CSIRO, just 2 weeks ago, I presented at their Health and Wellbeing Day, and it was incredible.
It's fantastic.
And
yeah.
so, this is just the beginning. It's been screened over 17,000 times in the last year and a half in the US, and it's only been screened 4 times here in Australia.
4 times. Okay, so we have to get you out there. Okay,
Yes.
So if you're watching this video, please, as I said, I encourage you to go along, but also share this video, and just encourage anyone that you know, please. So visit
thehopeprojectnow.com.
Yep, well, information about the screening, more information about the Hope Project and the wonderful work that Kate's doing. So Kate, thank you so much for your time today. It was really exciting.
Thank you, Simone. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. But thank you, everyone.